This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
Hey everybody, it's your old pal Rob. Now, as you know, I am a big fan of Folklore. So when Miniature Market came out with Fall of the Spire expansion, well, you know I had to get it in here. So we're going to go down and take a look at it. One of the things, I'll just say right off the bat, that I painted the entire series, which has just been fun. But boy, I wish they came out with the figures for everybody. But we'll talk about that at the end. Let's go down the table, take a look at some of the new mechanisms that they have, and take a look what you get in the box, and take a look at it. That's the best way to put it. Let's go down to the table, check it out. All right, this is a long time coming, and it's always great when you get more story for a great system, and this is a fantastic system. I was very excited to see this at Miniature Market, and I couldn't wait. You're going to get a ton of great stuff, millions of cards. We'll talk about initiative in a minute, but you're going to get more story cards. You're going to get, of course, a very thick and heavy journal, which I don't want to show you too much because this is going to be your story journal. How exciting is that? Okay, as well as a bunch of all kinds of new villains to give us all kinds. Look at that, dude. Oh, I want to get that pack so I can paint these, but I'll see what I can do, what I can find. As you can see, just more stuff. A crocodile, really awesome. Desert scorpions, genies, and magnas, and just stuff. Necromancers, ooze, satyr, sea singer, wisps. But you're also going to get some heroes, which, oh, look at the gentleman. Come on, I'll fight you 40 style boxing. There you go. Magnus, Viper Maiden, and a Warlord. Again, a ton of stuff, ton of tokens. These tokens I'm not going to punch out, but they're going to have to do with the initiative tracking. We'll talk a little bit about that. Here, if you don't have the figures, hey, you got everything that you need to get going. And you can use these ghost figures for the initiative track, which is a big change that I really want to kind of talk about and that we will get to. Condition markers, a ton more boards, always good to see. Town events, how much fun is it going through everything with this, and then your cards and stuff like that, your initial start off for things, creatures, and some standee holders. The real change is in this initiative track and some of the neat things that happen. How this starts off is when you go into combat, what's going to happen is you are going to roll a d10. Excuse me, I'm still suffering from COVID and pneumonia. And you're going to be placing on the track where you line up. You're going to do the same thing for the villains. You're going to turn over one of these initiative cards, and you're going to roll, and if it's close enough and it lands on that, the person that is closest there, without two people being on there, can move up and take advantage of this initiative. For instance, 4 to 5 characters. If you're playing that, you can get +1 to your melee damage or +2 to a melee. This could really influence a lot of things. Also, there is a foe's tactic card, and if they're close enough, they're going to be getting a bonus because you're going to roll and find out where these land, and there's a little slot, and like I showed you, that little token is going to go in certain areas, and they might get even a bigger bonus to cause you even more problems. So what this does is, yes, it's an initiative track, and now people go in certain order, and you're going to have to strategize for that, but you're also going to have to strategize on who you're going to need to take out, because if they're going to get something that's going to cause you even more problems, well, guess what? You're going to want to concentrate on them before they get their shot to really do some damage, which makes combat, guess what, even harder. But you're also going to, when you're rolling, you're going to add any kind of modifiers that you might have. So there's a good chance that you might be top heavy and be able to deal with it. But there's also a chance that you may not. and this presents even a bigger problem. Looking forward to getting this to the table. Tons of more content. Oh God, I just want those miniatures so I can finish my and complete the set. But I'm telling you right now, I'm so excited about this. And once I am physically at least at 75%, we are going to come to this and we are going to have a great time with probably one of the best storytelling games out there, Folklore, The Affliction. Let's go up top and get my final thoughts on this masterpiece. Now, I'm a big Greenbrier fan, and when this came at Miniature Market, I was really hoping to get my hands on that miniature box, because I painted everything else for the other boxes, and you've seen it live here. We've actually had Julie from Greenbrier and Rob and Jeremy here, and we were doing testing out some of her campaigns. The problem here I have is without the figures, you have standees and figures, and you know, it's going to kind of look kind of funny, but that's just life. Hopefully it comes to retail and I'm able to purchase it the way I had to go out and get this, like everybody else. But I think there's more with the Kickstarter stuff and all that thing, but I have to look into it more, but I'm just really happy with it. The initiative track is really, really interesting on how that works. That was really kind of cool. And having these blights that are just going to be even worse, depending where those land up on that initiative track, is just very, very interesting. The new characters, the new feel to this, you know, it's Folklore, and Folklore is glorious and a great game. Now, once I get back up on my feet a little bit better, we are going to be doing this live on the channel. Again, going into the fall, the Spire, having some fun and just doing it live, because I love this game. I love this game. This was a pleasant surprise some years ago, and it is always maintained to be one of my favorite games. Really enjoyable. I love the theme. I love everything that they do, and there are just some Greenbrier puts out just great stuff, and I always like what they do. So a real nice look at this, at a really nice game, and until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon.